Should be good. Just let's go.
Welcome to Echo Chambers. Today we have a good one for you today. We have Gibson. We have Atiana. Um, our first question is today is about love and loyalty. So, um, which one between those two? So, on you're in a relationship, which one would you put on your partner between love and loyalty?
I would prefer loyalty. And I would say that because I feel like that is it prevents a lot of the bullshit that you'd be going through, such as like cheating and all the other things. And I feel like love will eventually come over time.
What about you, Gibson? What do you think about that?
Especially nowadays, I feel like most people with the right sense of mind should always pick loyalty over love. 'Cause I feel like love is one of those words that we use it so much, we throw it around so much to the point it's basically don't really mean much anymore. If we're being honest, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I feel like it
Yeah.
Yeah,
doesn't mean. Back in the day, I feel like our parents, or not even our parents, mostly our grandparents, they actually understand what that words really mean compared to
Yeah.
us
Different
nowadays. I feel
times.
like, yeah, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
we just told right. Hey, I love you, bro. You technically you really don't. If we be honest, you
Yeah.
really don't. But I feel like we just throw it up. We just throw it out there just to throw it out there. I don't think people really mean it like like I would say they should. Because I feel
On a deeper
if you
level.
yeah on
Yeah.
that deeper level. Because if you truly love someone, you're technically loyal to them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But since
Eventually. I think eventually it will happen. Yeah.
yeah, but since we throw it around so much, since we throw the love part around so much, everything
Mm-hmm.
that will come to it basically don't mean nothing because we just use it as a word just to use it. So I will
Yeah.
always pick. That's why. That's the only reason why I would pick loyalty over love. Is because
that's
the
fine.
value of love is not even there anymore. It's not there as it should be, or the way we used to use it. We don't use it like that anymore. So I feel
Yeah,
that's probably the main reason why. Yeah. So loyalty any day. Give me
yeah,
the loyalty.
yeah. I would take definitely. I would take loyalty over love. Um,
Okay.
yeah, then Gibson.
Sorry
Um,
about that, guys.
you get. And so
So
yeah, loyalty over love. Because somebody can just say they love you, right? And any random person can be like, I love you, right? But when somebody loyal to you, somebody that you know ride or die, that's something special. Um, yeah,
but let me ask you guys this. Don't you think for you to really be, let's say, to be with someone, wouldn't you need the love to be there too, other than just the loyalty?
I mean, if you loyal to somebody, technically you love that person, right? Somebody that you do
Is it, I
anything
was
for.
gonna say, is it me? Because she looked like it was frozen.
Yeah, I think so too.
So yeah, I feel like the loyalty have to be there. But to be with someone, I feel like you actually do need to be in love. You can just be with someone and not be in love with them.
Yeah,
So
that's true. But the thing is that the kind like when you say loyalty, technically that's the whole package. That puts love and
you think loyalty is the whole package?
I would say I would say that 'cause, I mean if you let's just say if you have to break down loyalty, right? If you have to break it down, you're gonna love will be a part of it, and you have to be honest. There's some technically this is somebody. Let's just say that's somebody you'll die for. Technically, you love that person, right?
Yeah, no, that doesn't mean you love that person. You can say you'll die for somebody, but that doesn't mean you love somebody you'll die for. For example, like let's say Secret Service, for example, right?
Mhm.
Let's say some of them willing to die for whoever they're guarding, right? Whoever the president is, whoever that person is, they're willing to die for that person, right? But that doesn't they don't
Yeah,
have to love that person to die for them.
well,
They
that's
because they are loyal to their country, they'll do whatever for their country. But that doesn't mean they love the person who's in charge. You know what I mean?
but that's that's different. Like if you're talking about the country versus somebody, that's completely.
No, no, no. I'm going based off on what you said, based off on the word loyalty. Loyalty doesn't really mean you can be willing to die for somebody, but that doesn't mean you love that person.
I mean, it doesn't make no sense to me though. If you don't love somebody, if you don't care about somebody, I don't understand what would you put yourself in a harmony for? I
Because
don't.
you are loyal to that person.
So basically, when you love or somebody,
Okay. Okay, for example, you can be loyal to somebody and still be you okay, let's say you love somebody. You're willing to do whatever, but you might be loyal to that person and you're not willing to do whatever.
uh, I don't know.
Would
Um,
you prefer loyalty over love? Yes, you might prefer loyalty over love, but if you with somebody, you're gonna end up needing both of them. You can't say it'll be all good just because you depend on the loyalty, but you have to be willing to live with just the loyalty, but at the same time you still need both of them to be with that person, to be in a romantic relationship with somebody. You can just say, oh, I prefer loyalty over love. Yes, I feel like everybody will pick loyalty, especially because we use the word love. We just throw the word love all over the place nowadays. But at the same time, when you're with somebody, the two of them gonna have to go hand in hand.
I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it, but it just for me, the definition of loyalty, I just feel like um, everything that you need in a relationship, it
Hmm.
just even love. I feel like love is kind of part of it. So if you have to break down love, I don't think you're gonna find
But
loyalty on
but like you said, but love is not loyalty.
that. So that's the reason why, like I said earlier, I would prefer to take loyalty over love, and he did.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, are you willing to live with somebody who's loyal to you, but that person doesn't love you?
I would I would say yes to that.
So you'll be willing to live with a woman who's sleeping next to you every night. She know I don't love this man, but I'm loyal to him because of this, because of that. I'm loyal to this man, but I don't love him.
I would prefer that instead of some. So what song would you prefer? Love
I
over
don't
that?
know. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying I get it. I get it. I get it. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying overall, you you are gonna need both of them. You can't just be, oh, I prefer loyalty over love. Like you want that person to be loyal to you, but you don't care if they don't love you or not.
but I'm pretty sure the love is on my end up come after it. But at the beginning of it, I would prefer loyalty over it. But like I said, the fact that anybody can say they love someone at any moment, at any time, or like even a random person can just run up to you and say that I love you, but I don't think you've never only ever see someone like like loyal just come up to you and be like, I'm loyal to you, without that person doesn't even know you, and that's what I'm trying to get from that.
Okay, but somebody you with, even if that person is loyal to you, right? Even if that person, what I'm saying is, I get it. I get it. I get why people would always choose loyalty over love. But at the same time, you still have to understand, like, you can't be with somebody who's only loyal to you.
I mean, like I said,
Because if that person is loyal to you, but that person doesn't love you, how can you live with that person? How can you be with some? You can't say, "Oh, the love will come after." That person can. What if that person never fall in love with you, but she's loyal to you? She'll stay with you no matter what. She is truly loyal to you, but at the same time, well, I don't really love him, but
so you prefer somebody that says, "Oh, I love you, but I'm not loyal to you."
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I can't pick one over the other. if if for a friend, I mean, for not even a friend, for somebody who's just an associate, yes, I will prefer the loyalty, because I don't care if that person doesn't love me. But for somebody who's in my life, I can't be like, oh, I'll pick loyalty over love. I will need that person to have both.
I mean,
I will
I
have
get
to
it,
have both. I can't be, oh, she's loyal to me, but she don't love me.
but how often you gonna find it?
Fine,
How
why?
often how often you gonna find both options? Most of the time you're gonna find there one of them. It will be so hard for you to find both those two options, loyalty and love at the same time. So if you find yourself in a position where you have to pick one,
Hmm.
and which one would you go? Which one would you go with?
Which one would I go?
Yeah, what one would you prefer?
That's a really tough question, because it's not something I can just go either way. To be honest with you, either way I'll feel miserable if I have one or the other. Either way you'll be miserable. Or the person,
Yeah,
okay, let's say you with somebody, right? She's loyal to you. You're sleeping in the same bed. She's loyal to you. She wouldn't do anything behind your back. She's truly loyal to you, but she don't love you. That person will be miserable, because she won't be happy. She might have some happiness, but she won't be truly happy because she doesn't love you.
I mean, I understand what you're
So
saying.
would you willing? So would you willing to sacrifice somebody's happiness just because she's loyal to you?
No. Oh, yes. Um, Here's the thing. You have to look at it that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it that way. So you with somebody that said, I love you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Deep down, oh no, she may love you. I don't know. And somebody that like loyal to you, somebody's gonna rather die for you
Mm-hmm.
and with you. And I don't care if that person says she doesn't love me. As long as she's loyal to me, this is the thing that if you're not gonna cheat on me or do something, anything that's gonna hurt my feelings, you can't say you don't love me. But as long as you're loyal to me, I would take that over a lot, 1,000 times.
So you willing you would prefer somebody to tell you, "Hey, I'm loyal to you," than that person saying, "I love you."
Instead of say you love me, I would prefer to say I'm loyal to you.
Okay, but even if that person is loyal to you, that's what I'm keep telling you. Even if that person is loyal to you, but that person doesn't love you,
So here's the thing, like I
because
said
because
earlier,
the
it just
person because they said the thing is, like, you can have one or the other. You really can. But for me, I would prefer to be with somebody who have both.
so but that's the thing though. So how often are you gonna find that? Do you think it's
It's not
easy?
about how often I would find it. It's not. I'm not looking. I'm not always gonna be out there looking for it. I just need it in that one person that I'm with.
But that that's one of the things that caused a lot of problem in the relationships. A lot sometimes people think they already describe the person that they want to be with, and they say that I want this guys to be 6 feet tall. I want these guys to um to make this amount of money. I want this guy to do this and that, 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 that. I mean, how often you gonna find those things, man? It just to me, this just doesn't make no sense to me because I just don't see how you're gonna find those two options on one person. It's just really impossible, man. I don't see it happening.
I'm not saying it's possible, but at the same time, it's not impossible either.
But
You will
like,
you might you will find somebody who loves you and at the same time is that person is loyal to you. You will find it. But what I'm saying is because you're saying
nowadays,
you'll yeah, even nowadays, it's not gonna be easy, but you'll find somebody who's loyal to you and love you at the same time.
man, you might be crazy.
I know it's hard to find from especially women's nowadays. It's really tough to, combine. But at the same time, I feel like you can find somebody who's both excuse me. You
So,
can find somebody who's both love and loyal to you at the same time. It's not
so,
impossible.
so if you have to put a number, and what's the number would you put?
I don't know because I can't really put a number on it because I'm not really out there looking. You know what I mean? I'm not out there looking for somebody who's gonna be loyal to me, who's gonna be, who's gonna be loving me. I'm not looking for that. What I'm saying is there are good women out there, just like there are good men. There are good women out there. So just even if you s- you keep saying that you prefer loyalty over love, but to me, it's hard to find somebody you know, who's gonna have both, but at the same time, you can't say that you prefer somebody who's loyal to you, but it's okay if that person doesn't love you. It doesn't work that way. It's just to me, it seems pretty much impossible
So,
to actually be living with somebody who's like that. You have to have both. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
yes, you prefer loyalty. Of
Yes,
course, all men would prefer loyalty because that's why we don't want to get hurt. We don't want to get
but
hurt. But at the same
that's
time,
just
because technically what you're saying is you don't really care about the woman's feeling as long as she's loyal to you. You don't care if she's in the house miserable, she's not happy because she doesn't love you. But yeah, she's loyal.
I don't get it. Well, but she's the one that because love is not like something that somebody can. It's not like something that I can choose to love somebody. Love is just a
No,
feeling,
no, 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 no. But the
But
thing
for
is like
me,
you prefer that person to be loyal instead of loving you, right?
but like I said, it's just two things, and either you pick one or the other. Let's just see which like that's why like I
Okay.
asked you earlier, which one would you prefer? Because there's no way.
As a man, that's why I'm telling you, as a man, I will always pick loyalty because as men, we don't want to get hurt, but at the same time, you don't want to be with somebody who's only loyal to you and that person doesn't love you.
So my question is to you is, if you put loyalty and love, right,
Mhm.
and you can only pick one.
As a man, that's why I was telling you, as a man, we always gonna pick loyalty. We're always gonna pick loyalty because technically, by you picking loyalty, you want that person to be loyal. You don't care if that person doesn't love you as long as she's loyal. That means that just proves that you don't really care about that woman's feeling
What do you mean? I mean,
because she's loyal to you. Okay, she's loyal to you. You don't care if she's in the house. She knows she doesn't love you, but she's willing to stay with you because she's loyal, right? Right?
it's the choice, man.
It is a choice, but she's gonna be unhappy. She's not gonna be a happy person.
But I don't understand. It's a choice. If she wants to leave, she can leave.
So okay,
I
she
don't.
can leave, but you know how many people who are in a situation where they can't leave but they choose to stay?
I mean, so you're gonna blame me by her
No, no, I'm
suffering?
not blaming you. I'm just saying me. I'm saying for me, for myself. I wouldn't want to be living with somebody. She's only staying with me because she's loyal.
That's what I'm saying. Like. if she is loyal to me, which that's what I would prefer over love. And if she feels like she's miserable, she's just unhappy, she's
Hmm.
more than happy to leave. You know,
But you know how many
I'm not going to hold her hostage. Like,
but you know how many people who are in situation where they are unhappy but they choose to stay because of that word you say, because of the so called, because of the word loyalty, because they feel like they're loyal to that person, they choose to be miserable, just they choose to stay unhappy. Why
so
would I
that's
want
what.
to live? Why would I want to be with somebody like that?
But that's the thing, though. Like, I just don't understand. Like, if I don't hold you hostage, you can leave whenever you want to
It's
leave.
not about you holding that person hostage. It's because that person is technically loyal to you. That person doesn't want to leave you. That person feel like she have to be there for you. She stay. She choose to be miserable. But I'm saying overall, I wouldn't want to be with somebody like that
That's what I'm saying.
just because she's
Like,
loyal.
so if she decided to stay, right,
Hmm.
and then
But she
if
doesn't love
that
me.
if she doesn't love me, right,
Hmm.
and she decided to stay, and if she feels miserable, she's unhappy, and
So okay, so you happy, but she's miserable.
I can only control myself, man.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You happy, but she's miserable.
I can only control myself. If she
That's
feels
what I'm
like she,
saying. I'm saying, okay, you can only control yourself, right? You truly happy, you in love, but she's miserable, but she's loyal, but she doesn't love you. She's miserable,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Uh,
yeah,
gosh.
right?
but what I'm saying is that
Well,
it just
welcome back, Hattie. Let me,
welcome back.
since you're back, let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you what's going on here.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, because
Your boy just
you
no, your
also
boy
pick
is
the
just
word.
delusional right
You
now.
Oh,
also
it's a little hot. Okay.
you also pick loyalty, right? Over love.
Right. Right.
Let's say you are in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
This man is loyal to you. He would not hurt you. He wouldn't do anything bad to you. He
Mm-hmm.
loves you. He
Mm-hmm.
feel like he wanna stay with you for whatever reason, because he's loyal, right?
Okay.
But deep down, he doesn't love you. He's not happy, but he stay with you because he feel like he have to be
I
loyal
mean,
to you, right?
how many people that are in a relationship right now, as we speaking right now, they just together, but they're not even loving.
There is a lot of women, Linus,
There's a
even
lot of people
men.
like that, like that.
There is a lot of women. There is a lot of
Wait, so
women,
so let
even
me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So you're saying that people can remain together just based off of loyalty and have no love for one
yes,
another.
yes. And I've seen it happen before.
That is a very traditional relationship.
Because guess what?
I
There is a
don't think
lot.
that that's
Listen,
something that you will
hold on,
see in
hold.
modern time. You asked for my opinion, Jessica. Hold on. Give me a second, okay?
Hmm.
These are very traditional thoughts. I think that nowadays people value the feeling more than just holding a relationship together based
Hmm.
on loyalty. I could
Loyalty.
only consider a relationship like that in a Caribbean household, or like you said, like our grandparents. Like they're
Hmm.
solely together based off of loyalty, yes, but it's also for like breadwinner reasons, for benefit reasons. I have one
Mhm.
kid with you. I need to have all my kids with you reasons,
It's,
but there's no
hmm,
love there, or the
no
love
love.
dies.
Hmm.
That is a very old way of thinking, and those are usually like older relationships. Modern relationships, I don't know if that happens
Okay,
frequently.
so my question to him is, would you, because he's willing to live with somebody just because that person is loyal. I would want to have both. I don't want that person to be loyal, want to stay with me. She's loyal to me, but deep down she doesn't love me. I don't want that.
But
But
my
he's a
question
very
is,
Caribbean man. He's a very Caribbean man. That is
thank
a
you.
very Caribbean mindset.
But
Like that makes sense.
here's the thing though. You gotta
Since
think
for
about
you
it.
to be with a woman, she's loyal to you, but she doesn't love you. She's deep down, she's miserable because she knows she doesn't love this man, but hey, I'm loyal.
That's
You know
terrible.
what?
And the fact that
Okay,
you would know that and still stay with her, that
that
says a
that's
lot
just
as
crazy.
well.
And the crazy thing is, I wouldn't say just in the Caribbean families. I feel like there's a lot of women
Yeah.
who are with men. They don't love them. They loyal. They want to be with that person. They wouldn't do anything. And the thing is, like I said earlier, is I feel like most men will always choose loyalty because we don't want to get hurt. We don't care if she doesn't love me,
Right.
but she's loyal.
Right.
She's willing to stay.
You don't
I
want to
don't
get
want that.
embarrassed. Right. Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that. I
Listen,
would,
if I
as a
have,
man, listen to me, as a man, I will always choose loyalty because of the shame, the embarrassment. We will always pick loyalty. But for me, I wouldn't feel comfortable living with somebody who I know, okay, she's loyal, she wouldn't hurt me, she wouldn't say anything bad about me. But
And is this from the
deep down,
start, or
she
is this
don't.
like as time goes by? Like, as time goes by, love does seem to die down, which is why it's important to have loyalty first.
Okay,
Because
okay,
even if
let's
that love
say,
dies down, hold on, Jepson. Even if
that's
that
a different
loyalty
one.
dies
He doesn't want
down,
people to speak.
right? Like,
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on, relax.
yeah,
We
go
hear
ahead.
you, Jepson. But even if that love dies down, that loyalty will surpass everything, and maybe at some point you'll regather on the love part. Like you'll come back to that. But like on the living together situation, like why would you want to live with somebody who doesn't love you?
like you
And for
said
how long? Like,
earlier,
is that in the beginning? Is that like when you guys are old that you're okay with that situation? Like,
Most of the things that happen, that usually happen in the beginning of a relationship. I was about to, let me say this. I was watching this video earlier, right? 'Cause I don't think I'm gonna have it. I was gonna show you guys. That was a video I was watching earlier. I think I sent that video to Gibson for like 2 weeks ago, and I might have. This is crazy. How nowadays I'm pretty sure every one of you out there, I'm pretty sure you guys know somebody that you know living together or so-called wife and husband. They out there. They don't love each other. They just it's out. It's out there. There's a ton of them out there like that.
I have to say that that's actually different for me because okay, you two are Caribbean. I'm American through and through. Both parents are American. And actually, I've seen, and maybe it's because I'm also from a crazy upbringing, I actually see love and no loyalty, to be very honest with you. I've seen the dynamic completely shift. I've seen where there is absolutely no loyalty at any point in time in the relationship, but the love is crazy enough what keeps them together. And at some point, when they feel that they're ready to settle down, they will give that loyalty, but it is later on in the relationship. It is not early on in the relationship.
But that's what I told yesterday earlier. I was like, man, there's no way you're gonna find both at the same time. Either you're gonna find love or you're gonna find loyalty.
Interesting. You don't think you'll find both at the same
Really?
time?
See, that's what's crazy to me. That's what's crazy to me. That's what's
I'll
crazy.
be damned.
Exactly. That's what I don't want. I don't feel like I say, as a man, I will pick the
Yeah.
loyalty.
As
But
a
at the
woman,
same
I
time,
need both. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, I don't feel like I can be with somebody. If I can associate, say they're loyal to me, I'm okay with. I don't need that person to love me. But my significant other, I will want both from them. Somebody I truly love, I don't want that person to just be loyal to me, and that person feel like they're doing something for me just because they are loyal, and there is no love behind it. I don't want that.
I mean, like I said, I'll prefer somebody who died for me. I'll know.
I don't know. I think. Go ahead, Lunas. I want to hear the rest of Lunas' thought.
No, it was different. I only let my thought out. Like I said, that's what I would do. Loyalty, 100. Loyalty, but.
So what do you guys think carries overall in all the situations that you've seen, love or loyalty, in the longest lasting relationship that you know?
To me, I feel like if there is true love, the loyalty will follow. Where the loyalty can be there, but there isn't. Yes, if it's true love, if you really love that person, you automatically loyal to that person. To the point where
so that's my
sometimes
problem. Is there such thing as true love? Like,
No,
is
I
there
don't. No,
really a
I,
such thing?
I,
You know, because I feel
I
like
don't.
Disney has just put this thought in our head. Like, there's
I
this
don't.
fairy tale thing.
I
Is
don't
there
think
really
so.
a such thing? I don't think
I
so
don't
either.
think so. I feel like people settle, if that makes sense. As crazy as that sounds,
Exactly.
I feel
They
like people
do. They
settle
do. People
more than
settle. Yeah.
because let's say a rich man show up, a poor man show up, but most women will gravitate toward the rich man, especially if he treating
It's
them better.
not the money though. It's
No,
not
no,
the
it's not.
money.
No, it's not about the money.
Right.
It's not the money. Really
Hmm.
have nothing to do with it. They'll. It's more about the security behind it. The money really don't have nothing to do with it. It's more. They'll feel more secure if that makes sense.
I don't think so
That,
either. I think it's
that's
the
right.
actions before the money. I think like okay, say there's somebody who's been in this long relationship and somehow this woman has now caught the attention of somebody who's wealthy or well off, right? I think the
Hmm.
fact that this man is taking more time to like maybe be a little bit more romantic or have these gestures that are a little bit more thoughtful behind it, whether it's money or if it's not, like say if it was just a little love note and it's something that she's never seen her significant other do in all the 15, 20 years they've been together. You have to think that like it has sometimes it doesn't always have anything to do with money. It could really just be something that they're lacking in that relationship. And usually it's gestures. Like people don't do thoughtful shit anymore because they want to like always blame it on, well, that person knows I love them, or going back to the Valentine's Day thing where you guys don't feel like you need to ask your girlfriends to be your significant to be your Valentine. She's my girl. Why would I have to ask? Like people get into these comfortable mindsets that kind of kill the relationship altogether, and you guys turn into a partnership instead of like an actual relationship. So I feel like when this rich man comes in and swoops your woman off her feet, it's usually because of those thoughtful gestures that you no longer do because you feel that you don't have to do. So it's more than just settling, it's also like people get into a comfortable state of living.
Okay, I agree with that.
I
I
mean,
agree with
yeah.
that.
Um, like that's the reason why when I say about love, when somebody says I love you, it just sometimes I have to think twice about that because people just say that. It just with loyalty, there's action. They will show, there's action that you actually can see. Versus somebody said to that, oh, I love, and
That goes for love too.
I was
yeah,
about to say, same goes for love. Yeah.
Yeah, that goes for love
it
too. Because you can't just to me, you can't just say I love you, and don't show it.
Hmm.
You have to show it, and your action will mean a lot more, especially with that word now. Like we were saying earlier, the way people throw that word around, right? The
Hmm.
action actually will prove it more than just say it, than the you actually say it. I rather you never say that to me and actually show it.
I agree with that, actually.
yeah.
I actually agree. I think
Um,
for me, love is something, especially I think coming, well, just being in a relationship, period. Like a person can really say it until they're blue in the face, but if you
Oh yeah,
don't feel it, if you don't see it, it literally is meaningless. It's so
meaningless.
meaningless. So like
Especially
I'm still again to go back. I need both. I need loyalty and I need love, but I think loyalty has to come first. Like in my head, it just has to come first. But it's not something that I'm gonna settle for to just have one or the other.
yeah, but
the thing is that if
it's the love that person have for you. It's because of that love that
Yeah.
person have to for you.
It
That's
could
how
be
you're gonna
respect
stop.
though. It doesn't have to. They can't necessarily be giving you loyalty just out of love.
Yeah,
It could be also out
yeah,
of
I get
respect.
it.
Yeah.
But once that person love you, you will start. If that person really love you, you'll start seeing sign of loyalty follow. The signs
Yeah,
of
my
the
that's true.
loyalty
like
will
I said,
follow.
my only thing about it is saying I get it what you're saying, but at the same time, it just I don't think it's balanced to find both love and loyalty at the same time.
I still
And
believe the thing is about you. You don't want to believe that there's still good women or good men out there. I still believe there's still good women out there.
Yeah, but we also just said that we were pessimistic on whether or not there's true love. Like you
we're
can't
not we're
say
not
that.
we're not looking for true love though. We're not looking for true love. We're looking for somebody who's loyal to us and somebody who loves us, I mean, just willing to love you for who you are, even if you wasn't the first, I would say,
I mean, anybody
let's
can
say,
give you
let's say,
loyalty. Anybody can give you loyalty.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
Let's say,
not really. So
You don't think so?
You really don't
The
think
man
so?
that you give $5 at the gas station could be more loyal to you than the woman you sleep with every night. Like loyalty, it could be given by anybody. Love is just something that you can't receive from everybody.
I think it's all depends.
Real love, like
it's all depends how you really look at loyalty. I feel like
What you mean? Loyalty is so. Are you serious? You can get it from anybody.
hold on. I want to hear what Lunas has to say.
no. What I'm trying to say is that so that's my definition of loyalty, right? So just moving in with somebody,
Mhm.
that's a trust. You trust that person. Just like for instance, like I go to different house that I can eat and I can do whatever without thinking that different might come out harm me, do anything wrong to me just because I trust them.
Yeah, that's trust.
It's just trust and it's just all this is kind of part of loyalty. But when somebody just said they love you, man, it just people say that. Tell me how often you heard somebody say, I'm loyal to you.
No
It's
one's
hard to
gonna
say
say
that.
no
No one
because
says that.
that's
Yeah,
not
it is
something
something you
people.
see.
That's not people.
Yeah.
That's not something people just throw out there like that. And the way what you said earlier, like I feel like trust don't really have nothing to do with loyalty. Or like okay, for example, the example I gave you earlier, like for example, like a secret service, for example, they might be loyal to the president, but they don't love him, and they probably don't even trust him. But guess what? They loyal to him because of the role that they in. Love and trust have nothing to do with it.
So if you don't trust anybody, if you don't trust a person, you're okay with giving them loyalty blindly? I don't think so. I think they go hand in hand. You're loyal to that person because in some degree you must trust them. I don't really think that people think about trust when they think about loyalty, but if we're gonna discuss, I don't think I would just give my loyalty to somebody I don't trust. Like if I don't trust you, I can't see you. I can't foresee you getting my loyalty at all. Like at all.
To test somebody, you have to be in love with that person, right?
No, I mean think about my boss, right? For my work, I trust my boss, right? So I'm loyal. I'm loyal to him to some degree. Like I'm loyal enough to show up to work, to you know what I'm saying, to do what I need to do.
You're
like
not loyal to him.
If I don't trust him, if I don't put faith in him,
it's about the paycheck. The second he stop paying you, but you
I'm
stop
trusting
up.
him to pay me. I'm trusting that he's going to fulfill that contract that I signed.
But
that if I come in and I do my services in exchange,
there you go. It's a contract. It's a contract.
Okay, but again, I'm trusting him. If I didn't trust that he was going to fulfill it, if a man on the side of the road gave me the job, I don't think that he's actually going to pay me after I fulfill the service.
But at the same time,
right?
At the same time, you like you said, it's a contract. It's not like you. It's because the only reason why he pays you
whether or not it's a contract. That's where the trust comes in.
But the only reason why he pays you is because you do your work. He does trust you to do your work, but he's gonna keep paying you as long as you keep doing your job, right? The same way, I guarantee you, the second he stops paying you.
I think you're mixing this up. So you're actually, I know what you're trying to argue, but at the same time, you're only arguing my point further because on both ends, we're trusting one another.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with loyalty.
We're both being loyal to our exchange of the agreement.
I don't think so. I don't think
that's why I'm showing up to work, and that's why my paycheck goes to my direct deposit.
Yeah, but you don't show up.
Exchange.
You don't show up to work because
I don't even know
loyal.
where the loyalty would go, but either way, there is trust there.
When you're loyal to a job, is even if the pay is bad, you know you can go somewhere and get way more, but you still stay there. You still stay there. That's loyalty.
Okay, hold on. Let's run it back. Okay, let's forget the job one. Let's go back to you being in a relationship, right? No, I did, but Jefferson is tying it up, and he's not sounding good on this. So I'm gonna say let's go back to a relationship dynamic, right? You are with somebody. This is not a wife. I know you guys like to do wife and husband dynamics. This is a boyfriend and girlfriend situation, and you're a single person. You don't even have to think about a boyfriend, girlfriend, just somebody you're talking to, right? If you are single and you are talking to this woman and you like this woman, right? You're also talking to another woman and you like that woman, but you know she also talks to other men. Do you trust her? Yes or no?
No.
So will you be loyal to her?
No.
Thank you.
Why would I be no. Why would I be loyal to somebody who's not loyal to me? And that's exactly what I said earlier. Like, why? That just doesn't make sense.
No, because I said she was talking to somebody. I didn't say she was fucking somebody else.
It doesn't matter. But
like she's
But okay, but if we
I think trust and loyalty, and wasn't he the one who said that trust and loyalty does or doesn't go together?
No, they each play their own part though. Just like you can't put trust and love in the same boat. You can't put just like you can't put loyalty and loyalty and love in the same boat, like they the exact same thing. You can't just put trust in there.
That's because they're not. I don't think I just don't know anybody who will just give loyalty to somebody they don't trust. I don't think that is a real dynamic.
Okay, so if you wanna say trust and loyalty works hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
You have to accept that love and loyalty goes the same way.
We said eventually that comes, so yeah.
No, but what I'm saying, like, Lunas is willing to live with somebody who doesn't love him, but as long as she's loyal.
But that's not saying that those two don't go hand in hand. That's just saying his preference.
Yeah, if that's his preference, I'll take that.
That's his problem, man. He always kind of against my.
It's not that I'm against
preferences. He doesn't like your preferences because they're too traditional for him.
It's not that they just crazy. They just crazy.
It's traditional. Like I think that it's even crazy when you talk to Jamaicans. Like Jamaicans, their thought process is way out of this. They're crazier. Lunas is like understandable, you know.
To who? To who?
Well, not to me, but that's his preference. Like,
it's
just not something I would do. That's what I'm just saying.
I'll take that.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I would, but at the same time, I just don't want a traditional relationship.
No, you have my feeling though by saying that.
I don't think anyone want one nowadays. You know. I don't think anyone want that.
I don't want that. I don't want what my grandmother had. Like, she ended up hating my grandfather and then divorced him on his way out the door. Like, it's too late. It's too late. And it's only because I feel in my head she started to see like the modern world, obviously, things changing, the dynamics changing, you know, seeing things that she feel that she wished she had or she wished she would have done, and all those woulda, couldas got to her. And boom, she changed her mind. But that was her whole, that was her whole dynamic with her husband up until that man passed away.
I'm not trying to change the topic. I'm not trying to change the topic. The two things that, like for instance, like your grandparents, right? The two things that they were more happy than that couple right now.
I don't know about that.
No, Linus.
I don't know about that.
I don't think you would. It's not like in other people's eyes it might seem like happiness, but inside the house they were living in, it's just they were miserable.
It was a different time.
Yeah. So would you rather be? Everybody think, oh, Linus is happy, but when you're home, it's like it's deep down, you miserable.
That's the mindset that caused so much, like the divorce went on.
What mindset is that?
Wait, what did you say?
Us two.
Yeah, y'all two think the same way.
So you think we should be with somebody
I don't think like Jepson.
No, we don't think alike. But what he's saying is based on he think we should be willing to live with somebody who's loyal to us, but that person doesn't love you.
I'm not saying that.
What are you saying, Dylan?
I'm saying that the reason why I did divorce rate went up because of you guys' mindset.
Okay, what mindset is that? You still haven't answered that. What mindset is that?
The way you guys thinking.
Okay, so please tell me what I said here that makes you
This is
think I'm
just
part of
this
the
is
reason why
modern
that.
American thought process. I think that's what it is. Like,
No, no,
to go back to hold on, to go back to what he was saying about our grandparents, right? So quick backstory, I think. Again, I'm American, right? My biological grandfather actually died from mustard gas in like the Viet War, I think, something like that. This man actually supposedly, allegedly, is actually from the Cayman Islands. And might be Haitian. And when when he died and all the checks were sent to my grandmother's house, she met my grandfather, who I grew up with, who was a pimp. Okay. And my grandmother and him
Hold
somehow
on, not
found.
hold on, not to, no, don't just you a little too fast. Was it like a real life pimp or like
Like
you
in
guys just
real
call him a
life,
pimp?
I wouldn't just say that just to say that, considering the times. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
drugs, the women, the whole nine. That was my
Damn.
grandfather, who I grew up to love, be with, and he was Bishop Cummins in the church.
Wow.
They were they were doing excessive amount of drugs together. They were going through the whole nine together on the abuse tip. My father's upbringing, you can only imagine being brought up in the house that they was being brought up in. And eventually they found God together, and they gave their life up to God, and they started to go to church together. They made all the kids clean up. They cleaned themselves up. They became higher ups in the church. And now, like, my grandmother is still like this praying woman, and my grandfather, before he passed, was an elder in the church. Their relationship leading up to finding God was horrendous as fuck, and she stayed with him. I don't think that would be a relationship I could find myself ever being in. I think that she stayed for a multitude of reasons, but again, times were much different back then. Like, just and then you also have to think, even though it's not something that I want to think about for my grandparents, social media and the things that we have access to nowadays plays a really big part in what relationship dynamics have come to be, and the things that shake up the room in your thought process, and the things you have access to, the women you have access to, the men you have access to. Like, it's all at your fingertips. It's completely different than it was when our grandparents were younger. And like the way that you can see somebody on the other side of the world's relationship being better than yours wasn't something they could see. They only see what's in their hometown. They only see what's in front of them, and they can only see whether or not this is the best they can get. When she was in that relationship, she stayed because he was supplying everything that she needed. He was doing everything that she needed, and that was enough. I feel like that's a lot of our grandparents. A lot of the women during those times stayed because those were breadwinners. No matter the abuse they sustained, no matter the amount of cheating that they had to go through, no matter like all of the bullshit children's on the sides, like, it doesn't matter. Because my grandfather had a lot of kids, and it wasn't just with my grandmother. So it's just like she stayed because of things that kept her afloat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something I mean, you do see that nowadays happening, but it's usually in certain types of settings, certain types of places. It's not something that I think that a lot of women want to go through now, though. Like, the modern day woman, I don't think wants to go through the same bullshit as like her aunts and her grandmothers went through, because like, we don't have to. Well, now we're breadwinners. Now we've got the education. Now we have the access. You know, now we don't have to do that shit. They unfortunately did. Like I said, times were different, but I could never be in a relationship similar to my aunts, my mother, and my grandmother. And like, I couldn't do that.
But if you marry somebody, you're supposed to stay there regardless what happens.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he say?
If you're married to he said, if you're married to somebody, you're supposed to stay there no matter what happened.
As long as you
bullshit. One
So-
thing I know is I don't
so-
care in what world, if I say yes to being married to you, if I at some point in time feel that something that has been compromised that I asked you for, you have compromised that, I will up and leave.
That's messed up.
So
How is
so
that messed
why
up?
would you stay? Why would you stay with somebody else if you are miserable? Because that person, let's say that person let's say for example, right? That's perfect. That's don't laugh. That's perfect that you say that. Let me ask you a question, right? Let's say right now you find out that your wife used to be with a white man. Would you stay? No, because that's something you always bring up. Let me ask you this: would you stay?
Right. No, that is a great point. That is a great point.
No,
Yeah.
let me ask you this: since you claim that you're supposed to stay no matter what, and listen, that's something that happened in her past. Would you stay?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference. So
What's the difference?
at the beginning of my wife and I relationship, that's the key question that I ask. So if
So
you
say she lied.
if you lie to me, that's different.
Right. So that's why I said compromise something that you asked for. That's
Yeah.
a compromise thing. That is against your will. That is against everything in you. You hate that shit so much.
Would you stay?
So she lied. Are you gonna stay?
No, that
That's
right
not
there
fucked
is
up.
lie.
Okay, so that's what we say. Like you're not supposed to stay no matter what.
Exactly. You should never
So we
compromise your
supposed to
integrity,
stay.
your
You
dignity,
supposed
who
to
you are as a
stay.
person for another person.
Yeah. So we supposed to stay, but you okay? It's okay for you to leave yours.
But that's different
Right.
though.
What
It's
you mean? It's
not.
different.
It's
It is
not.
different.
The same way it's a situation that could happen in your family. That's a situation that could happen in ours.
No.
Yeah.
What you mean? No. So
Why
it's
not,
okay
Lunas?
it's okay for you to have situations, but we can have situations.
I'm not touching anybody that being touched by a white man. I ain't doing that shit.
No, forget about
Exactly.
that. She
So
lied.
hold
Let's say
on.
she just lied.
Pause, Jepson. So so at what point in time do you feel that it's okay to exit a marriage before we keep talking?
So, like I said, right after that, we get married, right? From the beginning, I actually said no. So now we get into
No, not you.
That's not what she's
I'm
asking
saying
you.
overall, in general. When is it okay to exit a marriage in your eyes?
If somebody is abusing you, like put their hands on you, that's
okay. So abuse. What else?
And
you better say cheating.
I would say abuse. That's the only thing I can think of. The other things that I think you guys can talk about it, try to figure it out, to fix it.
Cheating is okay to you?
So it's okay for her to cheat?
And have another baby, because men are not wrapping it up. They're having babies on the side.
Not just babies. Forget the babies. Disease. You can catch something.
Right.
Even if it's not even if it's not something serious. Like let's say, even whatever it is. Let's say it's just a low, what they call chlamydia, something like that. Let's say you catch one of those.
Man, you would be so stupid for you to go out there messing with somebody else without even prepared.
No, Lunas, you're not saying exit the relationship, and it's scaring me.
You need to leave. I said that if you abuse, like if the man is put their hands on you, that's no right there. You have to get out.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing, and you should be able to work it out. If your man is cheating on you, there's a reason why he's doing it.
So you can't.
There's a reason why he's doing it.
She cheated on you. She cheated on you. You catch it disease from her because she cheated on you. You feel like you guys can sit down and talk it out and work through it.
If it's by women, I would be out.
No. By a man, period.
I don't know. I have to think about that.
There's nothing to think about.
It. No. You let him think about it. We're gonna come back to you, Lunas. We're gonna come back to you. You're in timeout, actually.
While you're thinking about it, we're gonna move on to the next. We'll get back to that. Like you say, we're gonna think about it. We're gonna get back to that.
We're gonna put a pin in that one.
I'll be waiting for it.
So that kind of perfect to move on to the next segment as well. So do you guys think it's okay to keep secret in a relationship? Whether it's to whether it's to protect the other person's feeling, whether it's to because you feel like something should be personal, whether if you think it's it's how do I say it? Whether if you think it's because you want to keep a certain things to yourself, do you think it's okay to keep secret in a relationship?
I mean, honestly, I don't think it's okay, but at the same time, um, there's things that if you know that by you saying that it's gonna cause a problem,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I feel like you might. I don't think it's a good thing for you to.
And second part of that same question too, is keeping secret consider lying?
Yes.
No,
Yes, it is. It's a half truth and it was withheld on purpose. It's a lie because you didn't want to tell the truth about it. And I
but
don't think you should be
if you
keeping
don't
secrets.
ask me, if you don't ask me about how is that a lie?
You withheld it on purpose. Okay?
But if I know if I by saying that to you, the impact that's gonna make, so I'm just trying to protect you.
It's not protecting. If you know it's an
It is
impact that's to
protect.
be made, it's because you know it's going to hurt the other person's feelings. You're withholding it on purpose. You're trying to control everything instead of allowing that person to have a choice.
I don't think so.
But let me ask you this, Ati. Don't you think by you keeping a secret, don't you think that can cause I mean, do you think sometimes it's for just because you wanna keep a certain things private to yourself?
So let me ask first before I
I
answer. What
wouldn't
type
say
of secrets are
private,
you
but
guys talking about? Like
Secrets in
what
general.
level of secret?
Okay, technically when you with somebody
Mm-hmm.
like committed to that person, technically there shouldn't be any secret between you guys, right? I
Right.
know you, you know me, right? Let's say
Right.
something happened in your life or something's going on, you be like, oh, that might hurt her, that might cause unnecessary pain to my other half,
Right.
or that or maybe I just want that to remain private to me.
Mm. Again, if you feel that, okay, so now I'll answer. If you feel that at any point in time, the secret that you're withholding will hurt that person, I don't think it's fair to hold that information back. No matter the impact, I feel that you need to give your partner that choice to go through the feelings because then they get to decide whether or not what they want to do next, whether or not they trust you, whether or not they want to continue the relationship, whether it's something else they want to ask from there, if it's going to prompt more questions, if it's going to prompt them looking at situations a little bit more differently because I'm going to say it's a lie. You've lied at that point. It all depends. So I feel like
Even if you never
regardless, you
ask.
need to say. That's the thing. I think with men, it's like, oh, I have to ask the right questions. No, tell me the whole truth so I don't have to sit and investigate you like a police officer. Tell the entire truth. So then from there, you can decide what's next. If the girl is okay with it, if your partner's okay with it, you shouldn't have an issue with telling her the truth anyway. We were just talking about trust and love and all this stuff. Like, why would you not want your partner to wholeheartedly trust you? Like, you should feel that you're an open book to them. Like, you should be willing to tell them everything. If it's something private, like, like a private secret, something happened to you personally, and you just don't want to, you're taking that to your grave, fine. But if you feel that it's something that could cause a ripple in the relationship, or maybe even a ripple in the way she feels about something, then I feel that you need to tell her.
So even if whatever it is, even if you think that might hurt her feelings or that might make her feel uncomfortable,
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll still be willing to share
Absolutely. And I keep seeing situations where there are men who are not telling their women about their past. I don't know what it is. I guess people aren't having these conversations anymore
It's
of
both
who
sides.
their
It's
past
both
people
sides.
are, and like if these past people are still around, like men are not saying that anymore. And I keep hearing a lot of my girlfriends being in situations where these women are still around. They have no fucking idea until like after the fact. Like after they've had an interaction with them on a very friendly tip, when the other party knows about them, the other party knows the secret, and the other girl does not. My friends do not know about this stuff. A lot of women that I've discussed things with, it's because their men are not telling them. And then when they go to their men, it's you didn't ask. Why would you put those women in predicaments to where they don't know certain information just because you don't want to hurt her feelings, and in return, make her look crazy?
Yeah, let me ask you this though. Let's just say you with your boyfriend, right? And then you go out there and end up cheating on your boyfriend. Would you come home, tell him that, hey, I cheated?
You did what?
So let's just say you go out there and you ended up you cheated on your boyfriend, right? When you come home, would you be able to let
Yeah.
him know, hey babe, I cheated on you?
If I love him, yeah, I would have to tell him. I'd have to tell him. Yeah.
So have you been in position where something happened? It doesn't necessarily have to be cheating, right? Something happened and
Like
then
compromising.
yeah, and then you come home knowing your partner won't like that, knowing he's not gonna feel comfortable, whatever the situation was, and then you just walk up to him and be like, hey, here's what happened.
Yeah, I actually did have to confess that something compromising happened. Yes. And it wasn't like how you're saying it, like it's a random just I come up to him and I'm like a child, like this is what I did in your absence. But like, it was just it sat in my mind for a little minute and I was like, you know what? It's only fair that I say something. It's only fair. Because if that shit happened, I would want to know. And I told him. I told him. But I'm a woman who's honestly really real about my shit. I will own my shit and I'll just let you know.
I don't know. I feel like it's I think it's best to there's certain things you
So if you're in a
gotta.
compromising situation, you wouldn't tell your girl?
I mean, I will, but there's things that if I know is gonna hurt my partner, I don't think I will say anything.
You wouldn't say anything?
If I know it's gonna make the impact it's gonna make, if it's gonna be something drastic, I don't think I would say that.
Drastic as in if you think she'll leave you.
Yeah, I mean, not even that too. It just it just by her seeing her crying, doing going crazy about it. It just I don't know. I don't think I would bother this stuff.
But what I always say is if you feel like you man enough to go out there and do something like that, you should be able to man enough and tell her.
Exactly. You have to be honest.
Yeah,
You
like
can't
hey,
expect somebody to be
that's one
honest with you and you can't be
that's
It's
one
it's
wholeheartedly
thing.
honest
easy.
with
It's
them.
just easy to just
That's one
say.
Yeah, but I told you that all the time. That's one thing I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid of the consequence of my actions. You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
did something and I know, okay, the result, the consequence will be her leaving, so be it. Would I be sad? Would I feel some type of way? Yes, but at the same time, I did what I did, and now it's time to deal with the consequence.
Exactly. You
Oh,
can't, and that makes you a coward if you don't, to be honest. If you were, say that you were at like a Christmas party for your job, and everybody usually gets a little liquored up there, something compromising happens between you and a coworker, like I feel that you should tell your woman what happened.
man.
What do you mean, damn? Like, it's not shit you do already.
But it's like you were in the dog the whole time. That's like you just see the light. What you
Yeah, man. I feel like
There's a lot of shit he ain't told her. It sound like.
no. I told my girl everything, but
No,
I
it
don't think
sounds like you tell her what you feel like, the good things
It's
about your day. Like, if you did something, but if you see somebody, you flirt with her a little bit, you got her number or something, you don't come and tell her that.
did you did
mhm.
you have you
I
ever
would.
done that?
I would.
You will tell your girl,
I would.
man. This is why you
The
gotta.
thing is, Lunas, the one thing about me is I rather get in trouble for me saying it than me, get in trouble for her finding it
Getting
out on
caught
her
up.
own.
Yeah,
Yeah,
getting
it's just
caught up. Imagine how
at this
embarrassing
point, it's
that is.
basically you catch me with my pins down. I can't even pull it back up. I'm just gonna freeze rather than me, present it to you. Now I know, okay, I'm already prepared for it. However you take it, however you want to do it at me, that's cool. I can deal with that. But me get caught with my hand behind my back, pins down, I can't do nothing with that.
I agree.
But
That's a good way to put
nah,
it.
it's just funny, right? Let's just say me, we getting we talking to a Tiana, try to convince her to be a girlfriend, right? She will believe Gibson. you would just believe him and just go take him over me, and then later on come to find out he could worship me.
It's
That's
not, no. That's one thing about me. I've never ever said I'm
oh my
perfect.
god.
I've never said I was perfect. Ever. You're never gonna catch me saying I
So
was
he was a good
perfect.
person.
I'm not. I wouldn't even say good. I like to say I'm decent
I'd agree.
compared to
You're a
what
decent
I've
person.
seen some people do out there. I'm not even gonna say I'm not perfect. I'm decent because
Wait,
I
but
know
hold
there's
on.
this.
So, what sort of things do you withhold? Like, what information do you feel like you would keep to yourself, Lunas? Because then I think that would be the determining factor, like whether or not I would consider someone like you. Because, like, I just don't think that the information you're withholding is like shit that you should be keeping to yourself. Like, I feel like you're trying to decide for your woman because you don't want her to leave you.
There's a multiple things. There's a lot of things. Let's just say, for instance, I get into a fight with my boss, whatever, and I'm not gonna come to home and talk about it. And something happened with my family member, like when I say family, I'm talking about like my parents and stuff like that. I'm not gonna come to home and talk to her about it. But I don't know. I feel it's just
So, if
there's
a
certain
girl
things
comes in
that
and you give your number out to somebody, are you gonna tell
I
your
w-
girl?
I won't do that.
Would you tell her though?
I will. I will.
Okay, so if a girl kisses you on the cheek, would you tell her?
No, I won't say that. I promise. No, I won't say anything.
You see, though I would, and it happened more. It happened from that time, and I said it.
If he lies, look at
Yeah,
his
Okay,
but
and
we can ask her that right now. She'll tell you, hey, sometimes things like that happen, and I walk up to her and be like, hey, guess what happened to me today? This girl kissed me. Whether she know her or she didn't. You know the things that I would say I lie about. Not even lie. I would say I would hold. Let's say, for example, let's say me and you, Ati, right? We have a
mhm.
private discussion where you tell me about something that happened to you, or even you, Lewis. Let's say something happened, you tell me something about yourself. I'm not gonna go tell her that. That conversation will die with me. It will stay between
that's
me and
that's
you.
that's not what we're talking about though.
that have
No. That's what
nothing
I'm
to do
saying.
with.
That's what I'm saying. Those things I would always keep away. But let's say something happened to me personally, I don't have an issue, especially even if it's something that might affect the relationship.
Mhm.
If it's in my heart, if I feel some type of way about it that much, where I feel like it might cause something. Because if you feel like if I feel like it might cause something, I'm gonna have to tell you.
But the thing
So,
is that
Lunas,
it doesn't have to
if your
be
girl, if
something.
you cheat on your girl, you're not gonna tell her.
I don't see myself doing it to on her, but
That's a yes or no.
um, I don't know. I would have to think
Sound
about
like
it.
a no.
That sounds like a no.
But like I said, I talked to Gibson about this thing, that situation, probably like a month ago, where I told him that as a man, I think it's not just men. There's some places you don't go. If you know,
Agreed.
if you go there, there's a chance that you might end up do something. You might
Hmm.
as well just stay away from, because at the end of the day, we're a man. You know what I mean? If we the only thing
What's
that
that
we can
supposed to
do
mean?
I mean,
Okay,
At the end of the day, I'm a woman.
let me translate it for you. What he's trying to say is there's a dog in us, and
There's a
yeah,
dog in y'all. No discipline.
yes,
it's just like
it's not
just
even
man.
that's what I told Lotus when he was telling me that. I'm like, okay, that is true. There's a certain place you don't go, but at the same time, you and I both know we can't always control that.
You should have
You,
discipline
Sometimes,
you
within
do.
yourself.
sometimes,
The thing, like
man,
I said,
you
just
think
saying,
we okay?
you
Most
can
men don't.
control not go. Just don't go in there. If you
It's not
really
about
want
going
anything
in
to
there.
happen, just don't go.
It's not about going in there.
That too, he is right.
Whether you go or not, certain things
Yeah.
can happen, and you just have no control over them.
Okay, so what I think in this, you guys are specifically talking about the club.
I mean,
I wouldn't say the club
I mean,
specifically.
because
It's
where
just
else? Like, where else would there be a case
okay,
that you
so
feel that your
let me
hands would
just
be
say this.
forced?
Okay, let me just say this. Like, let's just say, one of my ex called me to come to her place, right? And then I know, I don't think you know what I mean? I wouldn't go there. You know
Okay.
what I mean? That place like that, if your ex girlfriend invited you to her house, I don't think it's, I don't think it's the right call. I wouldn't go.
I think when Jefferson originally asked this question, I was thinking about past people. To go back to what I was saying originally, do you tell your girlfriends about your past people if they're still around?
Why do I have to tell her about my family? So I don't understand. Why would I have to say anything about it? I
They're
don't get
still
it.
around, like as in like they're still in your vicinity, they're still in your life some way,
they
somehow. They're
sit on
still
your
a
phone.
mutual,
They're not in my
right?
life.
They're still in your phone, they're still a mutual. Do you tell your girl
No,
that?
they're not in my phone and they're not in my life. I, no, I don't have to explain. I mean, what's the point of telling her about it? Why?
Okay.
What's the point of telling her about your ex life? I don't get it.
I mean, some exes do, and that was the problem. Like when I talk to friends, other women, they're still friends. Like
That's the
some
problem.
exes do remain friends, unfortunately, somehow.
Yeah,
And like they sometimes become part of the families and then they're tugging in different ways and it's like outside of the relationship, but they're still around. Like, would you in that situation let your
no,
partner know?
no, no,
You wouldn't?
no. Why? If I'm not with
Even
you,
if
why
your
would I be
partner is
around
okay with
you?
that person,
I
Huh?
mean, but they
even if
have
your
to know.
partner, yeah, they know of that person, like
Yeah.
they know that person, you and that person used to be together, and now the
Yeah.
relationship you guys have is healthy. You have her,
Hmm.
and that person have somebody else,
Yeah.
but she
Well,
still she
no,
she
because
will
in other
still.
situations, I've seen these women not have anybody. Like, obviously, the men are now in relationships with the girls I know, but those girls are singly around.
Now it is a little tricky when you know you see your person is talking to the ex and the ex is completely single. It is something that I don't think anybody, whether you're a man or a woman, I don't think anybody's ego can really handle something like that for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
To
don't
see
think.
your
Yeah.
to see your girl's ex calling them in the middle of the night and you're like right there.
That's what. That's kind of disrespectful with your wife or your girl.
So yeah, so I don't think that's something anybody would want or anybody will be okay with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let alone tell your partner about that person, knowing that person is gonna be calling you at a
The thing
certain
is,
time.
like, if I feel that these women are showing up to family functions and the man has not said anything to the woman, it is dead fucking wrong on his part and on his behalf because he's withholding that information because he does not want to hurt her feelings. But that information is so important. Now he's got her looking funny in front of everybody because they are all in the know except for her.
Yeah. And you know what? I've seen a video about something like that. It's like the ex was still really close to the family, right? And then I guess whenever they were having a party for him, and then his
Mhm.
current girlfriend tried to propose to him, right? She was proposing to him in front of
She was
everybody.
proposing to him.
Yes, in front of everybody. And then another member, I guess the current girlfriend told a few of the family member that she was gonna be doing that. So they invited the ex-girlfriend that was still close to them.
Oh, they're
Yeah, and
messy.
then and the,
They're messy.
extremely, extremely. So that was a
They said, "Come look at this shit."
yeah. So and then when she got down on her knees, and then he was like, no, and then she pop up, and then she's like, oh, I didn't know you guys were still a thing, and then it was a mess. It was kind of like crazy, like the way they backdoor her. So that's
Wow.
why I wouldn't really trust any ex that's still close to her
In
family.
their
I wouldn't.
family.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just a little.
agreed. That's
Especially if you see
messy.
that they showing him more love than they show you. Yeah, that's that's a big red flag. With that being said, so Ati, you wanna take it to the
Okay,
next?
it's my turn now. Okay, so on today's hot topic
Hold
segment.
on. Sorry for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna
What do you
need
have, like
this
a
for that.
bell?
No. No.
We should have like a bell or something like.
Whoa, did you know about your Africa?
I told you.
Wait, what
Sunday
is
morning
that?
in the
Jack
meeting.
Daniels?
No. And nothing Jackie about that. It's tequila.
What's that?
What's a fool? What is that?
I've never seen that. Okay, all right.
It's really good.
It's a cheap one.
Cheap. You know how much that bottle costs?
Luda said it looked cheap. It's like a bottle of cologne. No, but so today we're gonna discuss what has been running around on the internet about the Coldplay video. Lunas, first before I start, have you seen it? Did you take a look at it?
Obviously not, because he said.
No, okay, let me roll you in. So at the Coldplay concert, they were going around doing a kiss cam. The kiss cam landed on a CEO hugged up with his HR. He is a married man. She is a separated woman, but obviously that is an affair. So when the camera got on them, they both like basically dipped down or whatever. And I think as of today, he's stepped down or something like that from being CEO. And a lot of people are basically just having a discourse online on whether or not like cheating should affect your professional careers, and whether or not you look at a person differently based on the fact that they've cheated in a business situation, in a business relationship. So my first question for you guys is obviously, do you feel that if you found out that someone that you are currently doing business with is a cheater, do you feel that you now think that they're untrustworthy in your business relationship?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. What was the question? Because it's you. There's a few words missing right in there.
Do you feel that once you found out your business partner has cheated on their significant other, as in they were married, do you think that would change your outlook on them as your business partner in your business relationship?
Yes, for me,
because let's say most of the time, I feel like especially all those big businessmen, none of them are loyal to their wives. All those men, especially if the
okay, we know that, but we just need a yes or no, Jepson.
No, it wouldn't affect my business with him at all.
Wait, no.
No, it wouldn't affect my business with him.
It would. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go first to the yes, as into why he said yes, and then we'll come back to you, Jepson. And you really think about that, please.
So let's just say, Jepson, I'm gonna, like, you and I are business partner, right?
Right.
If you're not loyal to your wife, somebody that in the bed with you, like somebody that you talk about anything, right? If you're not loyal to her, I want to think the same way. You're not loyal to me as well.
Agreed. So Jepson, coming back to you, before you say why, I also want to follow up and say, aside from a business relationship, right? Let's just think about your friend, okay? You've had a long-term friend, you find out they're cheating on their wife. Are you one of those friends who enable him or turn a blind eye to the cheating and still remain friends with him? Or do you feel like you need to hold him accountable for his cheating, considering he's married?
Me or Lunas?
You, because you said no.
No. Okay. A friend is a friend. A business partner, when it's strictly business, that's just business. Because I feel like, especially if what's going on between him and his wife doesn't affect our business, why should I care about something that he's doing? Especially if whatever he's doing with his wife or with whoever he's chooses to do it with, doesn't affect our business.
Okay, so that's the first one. And what about your friend?
A friend, that's different. I've done it with friends before, especially with, let's say my friend have a good girl and I see him doing some dumb shit he shouldn't be doing. Of course, I'm going to call him out.
Excuse me. So you will hold a friend accountable, but you feel in a
Yes,
business relationship, you separate your personal self from that, so you don't feel that it should affect your career.
at all. Because at the end of the day, I don't bring personal to my business, and I don't bring my
But
business
is
to
there
my
no
personal
sense of
life.
ethics in that point? Like when it comes to business, you don't feel like the ethics and morale should be questioned?
It does, but at the same time, you got to understand, like, where are you really gonna find you another business partner who do the business, whatever business you got going on, especially if it was good business. You're not gonna
And if
find
you
one who
can,
doesn't have
and if you
any dirt
can,
on their nails.
and if you can,
That's a different story. But at the same time, you're not gonna find anybody else who doesn't have any dirt on their under their nails. It's either they cheating on their wife, it's either they do some kind of drugs. It's something. No one is perfect.
But the thing is,
If
you
it's
gotta
affecting
understand
our
that
business, if whatever it was, if it's affecting our business, of course I'm gonna have a problem with that. But if it
it's a,
doesn't affect my business,
what the thing is that if he's not honest with his wife, what makes you think that he is honest with you?
it's not about that. There's a lot of men are not honest
not
with their
just that,
wives.
not just that. Now that everything has come out, why would you not think him being seen on that fucking jumbotron, hugged up, booed
Okay,
up with
okay.
somebody who's not his wife, would not affect the face of your business after that, right?
He might love his wife, but he's just not loyal to his wife. That brings us all the way back to our first conversation.
Right.
There might be
But
love there,
again,
or
now
he, or
let's
but at the
okay,
same
let's
time,
say let's
listen.
say
Let me finish.
like
Let me
not
finish.
about him. Say it
That's what
affects
I
your
thought that
business.
loyalty.
You're saying
That's
the
a
only
different
reason
story.
you're saying the only reason that you're saying no to giving a fuck about it is because it's not affecting your money. Say it's now
Yes.
touching your money. This scandal has
Now
now
it's your
touched your money.
problem. Now it's your
So
problem.
now are you gonna let him go?
Yes. Now it's your problem.
Because there's
Because you're
more
letting.
than a
Because
million
you.
situations where these scandals have gone out and it has declined sales or it's caused a bad look and the business is looking bad now. But you're
If that's
saying
the
that
case, of course. If it's affecting our business, of course I'm gonna have a problem with that. But I'm not gonna
so
put your
cheating is not
personal
something
problem.
that you really so then this is an ethics thing for you then. Like so you don't really care about cheating for real. You just care about money.
No. It's not that I don't care about cheating. I don't care if this person is out
That's
there
what I told
cheating.
you.
I'm not
Once
gonna.
you
No,
get
no, no,
with
no.
him, that's
Yeah, he's
Listen,
a
let
very
me
selfish
finish.
human being.
No. Let me finish. Let
You
me
will
finish.
see
It's
his
not.
calling.
Let me finish. It's not about being selfish. It's the fact that he's out there doing his thing. That's his family. That's his personal life, right? That's his
He
personal
carries
life.
your business. He's that man was the CEO. That carries the weight of the company. That is the face
CEO,
of the company. Why
CEO
would you
or
not
not,
think that that's going to affect
CEO
business?
or not. I don't know what he was going. He might be married,
Mhm.
but at the same time, what if he's not happy at home? What if something you don't know what's going on in his personal life? That he's out there doing what he's doing. You don't know that. You just see,
Yeah.
and you know what's crazy to me about that whole story is that everybody's talking about what he's gonna lose, or he's gonna lose this. He's gonna. The woman he was with is actually married too. She have husband and kids as well. Nobody's talking about that. They're only talking about what he's
No,
about
because
to
she's
lose.
separated. She's separated.
She's not.
From what I saw, she's not married. From what I
Okay,
saw, she was separated.
let's just say she's
I've heard
separated.
she's married. She's married and she have kids with whoever he's
I
with. They
heard
both.
she was
They are
separated.
two.
I saw
They are
someone say
two
she was
married
separated.
people. They are two married people. But everybody's talking about what he's gonna lose. Nobody's
He's
talking about
HR.
what
He's
she's gonna lose.
CEO. We're not talking about a
It
Miss
doesn't.
HR.
It doesn't.
If the roles were reversed, it wouldn't matter about gender. It's all
It's
about
still
the
no.
CEO because
If
he's
the
the face.
listen, if the role was reversed, I guarantee you, we will still talking about what he did wrong, not what she did wrong.
And just saying that people
And you mean to
think
tell me?
it's
So you're
different.
gonna sit there telling me you don't think she know he was married?
So you trust him. Wait, hold on. Then this also ties into our conversation about
No,
trust and
it's not
loyalty,
that I
right?
trust
Doesn't
him.
this,
It's
Lunas?
no,
Right?
it's not that I
You
It's
trust
like,
still
him.
trust him,
remember
and
what
you
I said to
still
you
give
See,
him
earlier?
loyalty.
you guys
Your
refuse
whole,
to let me
your
talk.
whole
He
suit, that's
sometimes contradict
that's why you have
himself.
to be careful.
No, it's not that I
You
contradict.
have
It's not that I
to be careful
contradict
with some
myself.
guys that always talk to sleep and all this sweet thing. You have to be careful with them because you will find out exactly that you're calling. You will. Just don't. That's why a lot of women out there, they fell for it.
So now we know that this man is not to be trusted, right? This man is
No.
not to be trusted
Okay,
because he will lie, he
she's
will
not to be
deceive.
trusted
But on
either.
a business aspect, you will still give him your loyalty. You will still give him
It's
your trust. That is what you're saying.
okay. It might be okay. Whatever's good, whatever.
That's a yes or no. I don't even want to hear the rest. That's a yes or no.
It's not a yes or no question, but it's not a yes or no question though.
It's a pretty black and white situation.
No, it's not.
Because
it's
earlier you said that I think that they go together, no? Or they don't go together. Correct me.
They don't go together. I never said they go together.
So
I never said they go together. I never said that.
You would give that partner your loyalty, even though you know he's not to be trusted.
It's not about loyalty. I trust him because he do good business. I'm talking about the second, whatever he's doing, if it's affecting our business, that's a problem. We'll look at it that way. Whenever you see like a big scandal happen, whatever the case may be, whatever happened, whether he was a president, a CEO, or whatever he was, let's say something happened, right? The second, whatever he's doing in his personal life started to affect the business, it is a problem. But if he doesn't, whatever he's doing in his personal life, if he doesn't affect the business, no one cares.
And then also, my other question is, how do you guys feel about work relationships? Have you had work affairs?
They the best. I'm playing.
No, listen,
it's a joke.
To honestly start off personal so that you guys I guess can kind of piggyback off of me. I just wanted to, even though we're gonna have that conversation about this story, I think it kind of plays into a different dynamic of everybody before talking about on the internet of like the work boyfriend, the work girlfriend, like that whole ordeal, because it is very much true.
It is.
Even if you're not in a relationship and you're just single and you go to work, there's always gonna be somebody that you may consider be one of the other. They never work out, but unfortunately I have gone through it. I was working in the warehouse, and because I worked everywhere. But this one was really crazy to me. I worked in the warehouse, and I had worked my way up in the warehouse. Okay, I first started there doing something during the day and then doing that at night or whatever. And I started off as like on like a temp agency before I got hired on. And the person that I got coolest with was like somebody I was like, okay, whatever, not taking this serious at all, like whatever. As time went by, we had to pick up hours because it was like season or whatever. And you spend all your fucking time in there. Like literally, you spend all your time being around these people. And I'm sure there's like some sort of psychological name for it, but like you spend all this time, it's only bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I had an affair with one, and I kept it under wraps. I was like, this is not gonna affect shit. Like this person's really quiet. Nothing's gonna happen. After I stopped messing with that person, I think other people caught wind of certain information. I don't know how. I never said anything, and supposedly he had never said anything. But once it caught wind, it was like a wildfire. Like it just sparked around. Like, oh, she is one of the ones who likes some of us. She just doesn't like all of us, and da da da. Mind you, there were other women who worked there. It was just a matter of, I always told men to just leave me the fuck alone. Like just leave me alone. I'm not here to talk to anybody. I'm in school. I'm here to get my money. I'm just working to work. After that, the whole tone of the warehouse like shifted, and like pretty much everybody was just trying to see like if they could be next or whatever. I completely had to shut that shit down. It was the worst mistake ever. But I talked to a second one, and that also I was young. Talked to a second one. I admitted my wrongs. I talked to the second one, and that one was worse because this one was like more control. He was older, so he was like more controlling. He wanted everybody to know. He wanted like to show things and buy me lunch and show everybody that he bought me something and he's taking me these places. It was so crazy. So my advice always is to friends to never, as my mother said, eat where you shit. Never have work affairs. They really backfire. Once I ended that situation, it didn't end well because I was in the warehouse. It was a nighttime, and he basically tried to put his hands on me. Oh, yeah. If you guys don't know, I've gone to jail for fighting on my last boyfriend because he decided to put his hands on me. I don't take that very well. I just don't. And I grew up with brothers. I could get really physical. So it turned physical, and then I left the warehouse that day. And that just taught me, like, you literally never do no shit like that. So when I see situations like this, it's like, yes, you see it a lot, especially in the corporate world where people are sleeping around to get higher up, but they never end well. So I almost can't see why people would put so much on the line, especially someone who's a CEO, put so much on the line, you have so much to lose, knowing it's not going to end well.
So what was your intention though?
What is that?
You wanted
Jepson.
I'm
What is
writing.
that?
Oh yeah, hear it? My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was writing something.
So
I was
what
taking
was your
some notes.
intention that messing around with a co-worker? Was it like you were higher up, or you wanted to get, you know?
Eventually, I became the higher up. I became somewhat of a manager on the floor. I ran the floor at nighttime. I did all the fucking loading of the trucks and helping with the routes. And I was the higher up. So it wasn't like I was doing that to do that. Like, that wasn't the case at all.
Do you feel like you were taking advantage of them since you were the boss? You feel like you can just no.
I did not take advantage of them boys.
I'm just saying, like, hey, I want you today. You since you were the boss, like,
I felt, no lie, in the warehouse you definitely have your pickings as the woman in there. You do.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like that's what it was? You get to pick who you wanted, and you felt like there was like a little bit of power move, a little bit of power had to play in it, like since you're the woman, the woman in power. Because at the end of the day,
I just
like,
chose the
no
cutest ones, and it worked. That was it.
So it was power.
It wasn't power though. It was just like one of them didn't work. I didn't like it, and I was like, "Well, I think that one's the second cutest." So boom, here we are.
So you just swap.
So what was the reason why you didn't? What was the reason why you didn't like it
though? To be nice, the person was very like they were too shy. Yeah.
So you do like being slapped every night. You wanted somebody to just smack you. That's it. You is that it?
It was something like that, yeah, but not obviously like physically that, but like it was just the energy wasn't there, like it wasn't there. So I just like
so you wanted a man.
It's just funny.
I wanted, yeah, and then I got somebody who was overly aggressive. So like I basically had someone on two different crazy parts of the spectrum. Like either way, it wasn't good. Either of them, they didn't work out. It didn't work out. And at the end, I think once I left, like everything simmered down. Because to be very honest with you, I was always, above all else, I'm a very professional person. Like when I'm in my workplace, I am very professional. Do my feelings seep in? Yes, but it'll be on like lunch break, before work started, after work started. It'll never be like actually on the clock for real. Everybody started to respect that shit. My work ethic started to be like, okay, leave her alone. And I would just shut shit down. So it did simmer down. And once I left that job, everything was good. And everything was good. But during the time there, I definitely had my share of mistakes.
So let me ask you this. Whenever you had the situation where you were in a relationship outside of work?
Oh, no.
So that doesn't really, to me, that's not an issue. It's when, let's say you are in a relationship, you have somebody outside of work, but you still have that one person at work that you call your work girlfriend or your work boyfriend. I feel like that's when it's an issue. If you don't have anybody that you with on the outside of work, it doesn't really, because at the end of the day, like you say, you are gonna find yourself attracted to somebody you're spending that much time with, especially if you don't go anywhere else, you just go to work. Or you, for example, let's say remove work out of it. Let's say you go to school. You're always gonna find somebody there that you're attracted to if that's all you do. You know what I mean? Unless if you have somebody on the outside,
but you just never mess with somebody at work. And I feel like I said, that was something I did when I was younger. That's something you figure out when you're younger. That's not something that you do when you're older. Like you're too grown for shit like that after a while. Like They were too grown to be caught up like that, hugged up at a
Yeah,
fucking Coldplay
that
concert.
I agree with. I completely agree with that. They both are
Yeah,
too grown. They not just him. They
way
both
too grown.
are. Because my issue with it too, I feel like they. That's one thing I feel like men's always get the hell to a higher standard. Because I feel like she's as wrong as even if she okay, let's say for example,
Oh,
let's
she
say
definitely is. I do agree with that.
yeah,
She's
because
just as wrong as he is.
you
Yeah.
can tell me she didn't know that man was married.
Oh, she knew. I'm
Because
absolutely
they
certain she
both,
knew.
if you
There's
see
no
the
way she didn't
video,
know.
they both kind of try to hide. So that means
She
that
hit first. She hit
so
first. Then the
because
other videos, they were like, yeah, like there's no way. There's no way.
because they know they're not supposed to be there. So hey,
Yeah,
you know,
that's really kind of foolish, though. I mean, they shouldn't be out there. I don't. Do you guys think that was the first thing that happened? I mean, they ended up separated.
Absolutely not.
no,
Do you
that's
see
not
how
the
they
first
were
time.
hugged up?
You didn't
Do
see
you
it,
say
Dennis?
the way they was
No,
booed
I
up?
did
You
not.
thought they thought
Let
that was
me-
a real couple. That looked like a real couple. There's no way that was the first time.
Hold on, I'm gonna show it to Linus real quick.
Is there any way you could share?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm gonna show it to Linus real quick.
I have a video that I wanted you guys to watch it, but I will. It's probably like 50 minutes.
Lunas, you've never had a work wife before?
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was way bad. I
Uh-huh.
have. What?
Company's CEO, big tech company, is in the hot seat now
Yeah.
on social media. This viral video, this is at a Coldplay concert, so cringy, right? The kiss cam appeared to show CEO, big tech company, is in the hot seat now on social media because of this viral video. This was at a Coldplay concert. It is the CEO, big
both
tech
knew they
company,
wasn't
is in the
supposed
hot
to be
seat now
there.
on social media because of this viral video. This was at a Coldplay concert. It is so cringy, right? The kiss cam appeared to show the company's name is Astronomer. So Astronomer's CEO, Andy
They
Byron,
get completely
hugging
exposed.
a company employee. You know, we're told that
Like, look
that
how they
woman is
hugged
the head
up.
of
That's
HR
not a
at that
flex.
company too.
Having a
Both
blast.
quickly, as you can see, ducked out of view once they realized they're on that big old jumbo cam, kiss cam. It has sparked rumors that they're having an affair. The rumors are.
Hey, let me ask you guys this: do you think the cameramen know that guy?
No, it's just you know the thing is that's why I feel like they've been doing it for a while. You know, when you start to do something so much, you get so comfortable because they were. Let's say the three of us walked in there, right? We see the two of them like that. You're gonna think, oh, they husband and wife.
They
That's
did.
you know
That's what I'm saying. They were really hugged up.
yeah. So it's one of those things. I feel like they've been doing it together, and I feel like they were both wrong because she was on game. That's the thing about women. She caught it first. She saw
Yeah.
it first. She's like, oh shit.
Because she's the other one. That's embarrassing, honestly. As
Yes,
a woman. That's really fucking embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
It is. Before I do the quick recap, Linus, we're gonna ask you that
Let's
question one
revisit
last time.
Lunas.
We're gonna ask right before you got about 5, let's say 5 minutes. I'll give you like 5 minutes to
What are
like
you talking about?
so you can tell us when is it okay?
About what?
When do you feel like it's okay for you to live a marriage?
When you'll be on
Is
mute.
cheating okay? And no,
Yeah,
the question was, is cheating okay to leave the marriage?
Because you said you don't know.
I guess on some instances, yeah, but
And having
Like-
babies on the side, we also added that.
if the woman had a baby, oh man,
No, I mean either or.
Either or.
Either or at that point.
I don't think if the men had a baby on this, I don't think.
Oh
it's
my
really
gosh,
a problem.
imagine you being married and your wife gets pregnant by somebody else. And she's just in your house swole because you didn't forgave her.
And you
Why you guys pin that on me though?
because you the one who said those are things that you can sit down and talk about and get over.
Right, I'm not talking through that shit.
But there's a thing though. I did answer the question. You guys just go deeper. I don't know why you guys keep pushing this.
It's not like we're pushing it. You said
I
those
just
are
think you should
things
say
that you can
no.
sit,
Yeah.
down and talk about.
Yeah, mine says that if you're being abused, that's I'll I think that's
Well, all right, guys. So basically, that was the first thing we kind of talk about. And we talk about what do we value more, if we value loyalty over relationship. We also talk about when it's okay to leave a relationship. Some people don't think cheating is a good one, but to me, that's a pretty clear reason to have off.
yeah.
Honestly.
You can work this out.
And we also talk about if it's okay to keep secrets, is certain things are okay to keep away from your partner. There's certain things are okay to keep our partner, and we talk about the CEO who and the HR lady. I'm gonna call it the HR lady who got caught up this week, and that was about it. We had a really good discussion about everything, and we had different ideas, different views, and this was another episode of Echo Chamber, where we talk, we communicate, we speak freely, we connect deeply, and we discover new perspective, new ideas, and where every conversation is appreciated here. So please like, subscribe, and follow us for more. Till next time, Echo Chamber.
And I would say there's if anybody out there want to, want to be invited, you can always be invited. If anybody willing to be a part of this, like as a receiver, you can
Yes,
let us
we
know.
guesses are welcome. So leave a comment on any of our videos. Guesses are welcome.
Yep. All right, y'all.
Peace out.
Peace out. Japan.
To make some chili.
Okay, so you ended us?
Oh, yeah,
Shit.
don't make count down. Oh, there we go.